Land. Start. And I need my papa, ta-ta. I think we're set. There's a lot of ferals here, so ethereal form might be good, but I feel like all physical damage, but bleeds though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna do a roll as well. That's a lot of ferals. Holy shit, dude. Order. Am I first? I'm gonna go out and die real quick, guys. All right, I'm gonna just get a lot of cooldowns out of him and die. Wish me luck, because this is gonna be a toughie. Oh, I'm going up against the rogue first. Okay, Zooey. Okay, hold on. He's going up a full burst, so I don't like that. Hold on. Oh god, I gotta heal. I gotta heal really bad. Hold on. He's going up full damage. Holy shit. He's got some deeps. Oh god, that's a lot of damage. Can you not? Oh god, I actually am taking a lot of damage right now. Can I do anything about this? Okay, well I trinketed nothing. I trinketed nothing basically just now. Oh god, but I got something out of him though. Oh my goodness, oh my god. I'm dead, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Zooey fucked me up just now. I should have done something about it earlier. God damn it. And went for Earthbind Totem, and Earthgrab Totem does find him. Tasty's gonna take out Zooey real quick with an Ice Fury. A couple Frost Shocks. Does take him out, I'm pretty sure. Yep. He is down for the count. I fucked up there, man. I should have trinketed the first. I trinketed a Gouge. Like, what am I doing, right? What am I fucking doing? I freaked out a little bit. Tasty going up next against all these ferals in the world. Which feral is it going to be? It's going to be Vader of the Bat, so it's the hardest feral he knows so far. Lightning Lasso of the Bat, keeping Vader at bay. Probably going to get some kind of slow, maybe even a root available. Does get him root. Vader shifts it as soon as he can. Power shifts it, going for a reset. Trying to get himself, make sure he has rejuve and everything. Does get himself a re-stealth. Tasty continues to drop in Earthbind Totem, any kind of totems he can. Looks like Vader is just going to go back, recover, wait out. No, does stun Tasty as soon as he gets a chance. Tasty trinkets it, gets a stun onto Vader with the elemental. Slow coming in, Ice Fury. Vader is using his roar in order to stay up on Tasty. Lightning Lasso is short, gonna stay there for a little bit longer. Does get a root onto Tasty. Vader gets a kick, I'm pretty sure, on the artifact weapon. Incap coming out with an Enraged Maim. The pet is still on Vader. So Tasty actually got completely just disrupted on all his casts. Vader was in his racial in order to catch a re-stealth, going into trial form, trying to stay away from Tasty, catching a re-stealth as soon as he gets a chance. Does get himself a re-stealth, gets caught out into a root, can power shift it though, does not use the power shift just yet, does power shift it now. With the elemental still on him, the elemental does go down. Vader is still maintaining health. Tasty's already getting the other elemental up. Does get the other air elemental swing around the other side. Knock back onto Vader into a Lightning Lasso of the Bat. Maybe a knock up. Yeah, knock up. As soon as Vader wanted to push up onto Tasty. Tasty getting some damage with those Ice Furies. Does go for Stormkeeper. Does get the elemental pet out. Vader's going in full burst damage with Incarnate and does get dropped so quick. His health is just going down so fast with those elementals slapping him around with those attacks. Does get to, as the dwarf, he also gets to shed all those bleeds, which is why you see Tasty all nice and unbled against Vader. So that was the hardest feral possible. Second one is Fury Fang coming out, going again with his full shindig of dots up. Lightning Lasso trinkets it off the bat, gets a root onto Tasty. Tasty's forced just heal himself, no dampening yet. Fear Fang gets a full re-heal on himself, gets a full re-open onto Tasty. Doesn't get a stun on it, I think, because maybe DR or whatnot, but Tasty does get a root onto Fear Fang. Power shifts out of it, Healing Surge, Ice Fury coming out right afterwards. Lava Burst. We get to have a full artifact weapon on Tasty, popping in his own wall with Astral Shift, trying to get damage back into Fear Fang. Fear Fang popping wall early. Learn from Vader with the lack of walls when he did engage Tasty. Get himself another re-stealth again with Incarn. Lightning Lasso is going to keep him at bay for a little bit longer. Tasty just kind of stopped the Lightning Lasso for a moment. Fear Fang does still have a long dot that's going to last for 50 more seconds while Tasty gets to recover through all these bleeds. So for Fear Fang, the longer dampening is in here, the better, or the less time he spends dampening, the better it's going to be for Tasty, especially with Fear Fang away, because Tasty can literally just re-heal through all these dots. Fear Fang is hanging out with his dots still on himself. Does get re-dotted by Tasty for a moment. Knockback, leap at Tasty. Fear Fang continues his damage. Did get a bash to Tasty, and Tasty popped a trinket for that one. Lightning Lasso, get as much damage and distance as possible. Does try to get for Ice Fury. Doesn't want to get kicked on the it though. Does still try to keep faking out Ice Furies though. Root onto Tasty, chucks a meatball at him, does refresh his Flame Shock for a moment and goes back to heal. Fear Fang now is forced to heal behind the pillar. Can Tasty reset himself and advance back at Fear Fang, or is Fear Fang going to get himself a reopener? Fear Fang is playing Savage Roar. I actually don't see a lot of Pharaohs playing Savage Roar and Incarnate, unless it is normal for Pharaohs nowadays. Tasty does get himself opened on by Rake. Fear Fang did get a bit of that damage, going to full damage. Lightning Last coming out right afterwards. Fear Fang still doesn't have a chicken for a while. Knocks up in the air, does get a kick onto Tasty with Artifact Weapon running and everything. Stormkeeper coming out right now. Ice Fear going to be able to do it. Sheds off those bleeds with his Racial, knocking Fear Fang in the open. Fear Fang gets another leap. Walled up and everything, needs to reestablish his dots, goes back into bear for just a moment. Thorns are up and everything does drop lower and lower and lower. The elemental is chugging along, trying to get his way over to Fear Fang. Is going to be able to do it. Tasty was able to recover a little bit of that health. Fear Fang has the elemental on one side, the elemental god on the other. Lightning Lasso afterwards trinkets it instantly. Ice Fury coming out as he's running away, which is perfect for Tasty. Gets a little bit of power Maelstrom. If he has an artifact weapon to line up with it, it would be perfect. Fear Fang is caught between a rock and a hard place, or caught out in the open more like it. Dropping so low, that dot is gonna shed through him. Try to heal through it, that dot is gonna be enough to kill him. But Flame Shock is still a strong dot that lasts for literally ever. Fear Fang trying to catch a resell, does catch it, not going to be able to get a stun onto Tasty. Knocked out in the open, rooted, power shifts out of it, another root coming down again. Lightning Lasso to keep this kitty out in the open as he sits in a barrel form. Does Tasty have any instacast? Does chuck a few meatballs at him. Fear Fang decided to go in. The instincts of a druid tell him he needs to go on the offensive and does get taken out. Tasty's going up against another feral, Artio. These pharaohs can't hold this shaman down, man. This is the perfect time to be a dwarf. This racial is so OP. And imagine if you were a dark iron dwarf. Shed all those dots, get 100, 200, 300, 500, 400 more intellect for every single dot that gets taken off. That would be insane. The dampening is at 12%. Tasty's going to go probably pick up one of the eyes, because one of the pharaohs is probably waiting for the dampening to happen. The longer the dampening happens, the better it is for him. Is picking up one of the eyes. Is he going to get opened on by the pharaoh? Does get opened on, knocked back, but not too far away. Knocked right into the wall. Archer getting all his dots up. Does trinket the first. Lightning Lasso gets stunned by the pet. Ice Fear coming out. No, he lines it as soon as he can. Tasty taking advantage of the fact the dampening isn't too high to get his healing up and going. Archer just keeps redotting Tasty for them common points so you can have all his bleeds set up. Does get a big old leap at Tasty. Tasty leaps way away. Root coming out. Ice Fear to follow up. Does get Artio to go into bear form for a moment. Stormkeeper to follow up as well. Knock up in the air and just going to take so much instacast damage. Tasty is on the approach, on the prowl. The pet is going to come in from the other side. He's caught. He's either had to fight Tasty or fight the pet and be hit out in the open. Does pop wall. Does get a leap onto Tasty. I think trying to kick something. Lightning Lasso coming out with a pet literally unloading on the guy. Artio might have one more wall available, but not enough health to live it. Under 1 million, under 500k, out in the open. Last charge the bear, and Tasty takes him out. Going up against the Warlock, last man standing. Is Tasty going for a 1v5 right now? Beat the Rogue, beat all these pharaohs, going in against a one last man standing, which is a Warlock. Horror Effect coming out, Chaos Bolt to follow up. Tasty kicks it, Hex coming in to stop Lotto. I'm gonna call him Lotto. Lotto getting Fear out onto Tasty. Chaos Bolt gets chucked at him. Chucks one Chaos Bolt. Tasty takes a licking. Keeps on ticking. With 21% dampening. Lotto does establish the port so you can get away. Lightning Lasso to hold Lotto in place. The LOS Lightning Lasso. Lotto did get himself a pet up. I'm not sure if this was the best pet for PvP. The Imp does do a little bit of healing and does dispel something off of the caster, but not too much. Tasty gets hit with the Infernals, gets the whole Infernal army on, and does root them all in place. So these Infernals have nowhere to go. They're going to last a lot less against Tasty. Tasty out in the open, still exchanging blows with Lotto. Lotto gets a short Fear. Chaos Bolt coming out to follow Tasty. He just can't get too low in health. That wall does reduce a lot of the Chaos Bolt damage. Lotto going in for his absorbs. If you don't look at the absorbs, their health is actually pretty close. The Infernals are dropping. They didn't get a single punch onto Tasty. The initial impact was the only thing they were able to do. Tasty getting a few insta-casts off on Lotto. Lotto going in with a full Fear into a Drain Life, but Tasty follows up with a Lightning Lasso. Does Tasty have anything left? He does have Essence Drain, so as long as Tasty doesn't get this full burst while Essence Drain is fully up because of that leech health or drain health, then it should be too bad. Horror Effect into another Fear, very short Fear into an Immolate available for Lotto. Lotto trying to go for a cheeky Chaos Ball, but Tasty is able to line it. Dropping down Ice Fury. Tasty is meaning business right now. He's getting Lotto out in the open. Ice Fury and everything available. Fell Hunter is available. I think try to kick Tasty on that one. Does try to get a knock up on Lotto, but forgets that he is fully rooted. Lotto is taking the time to maybe run away. He does go back to drain Tasty. You stay offensive, but those instant guys are going to take him out, and that was it. Tasty took out 5 people back to back to back. I mean, if you want to be semantics, it's technically 4 because I mean, it's 5. It's technically 5. You can say it's 4 because Zooey didn't have too many cooldowns at the end after he blew literally everything into me. But I want to say that was 5 people back to back. I mean, that is Vodder, that is Fearfang, that is RTO. Those are Pharaohs, not random mill Pharaohs actually.